After Cai Lin came out of seclusion, just how terrifying had her strength become. A 5-star Dou Sheng was crushed by her in a single move, and even Xiao Yan was left stunned. In the original battle through the heavens, 3 months had passed since the great battle at Fallen Mountain Peak. During that time, Xiao Yan handed the complicated management affairs over to Yao Lao and the others, while he himself hid deep within his inner world to cultivate in peace. Although the flame mantra had already evolved into a quasi-Heaven-rank qi method, the amount of energy required at the 5-star Dou Sheng level was simply enormous. 3 months of bitter cultivation had not brought any obvious improvement to his level. However, Xiao Yan's attention was mainly focused on studying an unexpected gain inside his body. It was a bead that emitted a deep black glow. This bead had formed after little E devoured a subflame of the nihility devouring flame. Inside it was a terrifying power capable of devouring even souls. At first, Xiao Yan was overjoyed, thinking he had obtained a powerful treasure for cultivation. But after observing it for some time, Xiao Yan was disappointed to discover that the black bead was actually a massive hidden danger. Not only did it devour the Dou Qi in his body without distinguishing friend from foe, it was even secretly draining his life force. Even worse, the external energy swallowed by the bead was extremely mixed and chaotic. It was tightly tangled together by the devouring power. Even the heavenly flame could hardly purify it, making it completely impossible for a person to absorb and use for cultivation. Just as Xiao Yan's expression turned grim and he prepared to seal this useless and dangerous thing inside his storage ring, little E suddenly rushed out. He hugged the bead tightly, his chubby little face filled with undisguised desire. Seeing how badly little E wanted the black bead, Xiao Yan was still worried about the bead's backlash. But because he trusted the instincts of the fire spirit, he ultimately did not stop him. Little E opened his mouth and swallowed the bead into his body. The bead turned into a wisp of black smoke and shot straight toward Little Yi's head. Little E remained calm. He controlled a pink fire net, crushed the black smoke into countless points of light, and completely fused them into the lotus-shaped fire mark on his forehead. After absorbing it, Little E reached out through the air. The energy between heaven and earth was instantly gathered into a multicolored golden crystal, which he swallowed in one bite. What shocked Xiao Yan even more was that little E could not only digest these mixed energy crystals, but could also refine them and feed the pure energy back to Xiao Yan. Only then did Xiao Yan suddenly understand. After little E swallowed the subflame, he had actually gained a cultivation ability similar to that of humans. More than that, he had become a tireless energy purifier. From that moment on, Xiao Yan had gained an all-day cultivation aid. But just then, Yao Lao arrived at the lake with an urgent distress scroll from the 9 serene deep-ground python tribe. Xiao Yan opened the scroll and saw several blood-red words. The demon phoenix has attacked. 9 serene yellow spring. When Xiao Yan thought of Cai Lin, who was still in seclusion inside the 9 serene yellow spring, his expression changed drastically. He immediately took little fairy doctor and Qing Lin with him and rushed toward the territory of the 9 serene deep-ground python tribe. At that time, the heavenly demon phoenix tribe had already laid down the heavenly phoenix ancient formation, attempting to kill Yao Ming and the others. Within the formation, although the 9 serene deep-ground python tribe's coiling serpent formation was powerful, their clansmen were not strong enough. Even their tribe leader, Yao Ming, was only a 3-star Dou Sheng. He was completely unable to contend against Huang Tian, who was a 5-star Dou Sheng. In just a few breaths, Huang Tian defeated Yao Ming and the others. Then he began attacking the 9 serene yellow spring wildly, trying to force Cai Lin out. At the critical moment, Xiao Yan arrived. He immediately fought Huang Tian head-on. How could he allow someone else to touch his woman? Xiao Yan's anger reached its peak. He pushed the purifying lotus demon flame to its limit and launched an attack at Huang Tian. For a moment, he actually gained the upper hand. But in the next instant, Huang Tian used a secret technique of the heavenly demon phoenix tribe, causing his strength to approach that of a 6-star Dou Sheng. Xiao Yan gradually fell into a disadvantage. Watching Huang Tian move through the air, Xiao Yan also became serious. He condensed the heavenly flames at his fingertip and clashed with him using a powerful fire finger attack. As a result, half of Huang Tian's arm was almost burned black. Huang Tian flew into a rage. He directly entered a half-beast state and summoned the demon phoenix saint image to clash violently with Xiao Yan. Seeing that Huang Tian had completely gone mad, Xiao Yan did not retreat. Instead, he raised his palm. A dazzling fire lotus containing 6 different colors slowly appeared. A destructive aura quietly spread through the world. But just as Xiao Yan was about to throw out this fire lotus formed from 6 heavenly flames, the 9 serene yellow spring below suddenly exploded. A 9-colored pillar of light shot violently into the sky, landing directly between Xiao Yan and Huang Tian. This sudden change shocked countless people. No one understood where this 9-colored light pillar had come from. This pressure. Yao Ming and the elders of the 9 serene deep-ground python tribe looked at the light pillar in confusion. From it, they actually felt a pressure that came from both their bloodline and their souls. Under countless stunned gazes, Huang Tian's enormous body slammed directly into the light pillar. A thunderous explosion rang through the sky. The entire world trembled under the force of that violent collision. However, after the impact, enormous cracks appeared across the surface of the 9-colored light pillar. Then the outer layer exploded apart. A 9-colored snake tail nearly 1,000 zhang long shot out from within. With one sweep, it tightly wrapped around Huang Tian's body. As the light pillar shattered, a 9-colored giant python even larger than Huang Tian appeared before everyone's eyes. Looking at the colossal 9-colored python stretching across heaven and earth, waves of shocked gasps rang out. Every gaze was filled with disbelief. This is the 7-colored heaven-swallowing python. No, it's the legendary 9-colored heaven-swallowing python. This was a divine beast that had only appeared in ancient legends. To a certain extent, its strength even surpassed the ancient heavenly serpent, the ancestor of snake-type magical beasts. Yao Ming had never imagined that he would one day witness it with his own eyes. No wonder Xiao Yan had allowed Cai Lin to cultivate in the 9 serene yellow spring. It turned out she possessed such an astonishing identity. At this moment, Huang Tian's eyes were also filled with shock. He roared in disbelief. How is this possible? How can a 9-colored heaven-swallowing python still exist on this continent? Facing his furious roar, the snake eyes of the 9-colored python remained cold. The snake tail wrapped around him began to tighten. Feeling his body being crushed by that terrifying force, Huang Tian raised his head and let out a sharp cry. Brilliant golden light erupted from his body, slashing wildly like blades at the 9-colored python. In the face of his counterattack, the 9-colored python shook its tongue slightly. Dozens of 7-colored snake scales automatically fell from its body. In an instant, they transformed into dozens of enormous 7-colored heaven-swallowing pythons. Their snake tails intertwined, forming a giant net that tightly surrounded Huang Tian. Then all the 7-colored heaven-swallowing pythons raised their heads and cried out together. The snake net rapidly shrank. At that moment, even Huang Tian could not help feeling a chill run through him. The thought of retreat immediately appeared in his heart. His huge body trembled and returned to human form. Then he shot toward the outside of the snake net at top speed. Just as he thought he had escaped danger, a massive snake tail descended from the sky and struck him viciously. Huang Tian's body immediately smashed downward like a cannonball, and he spat out a mouthful of blood. At that moment, the experts of the heavenly demon phoenix tribe froze completely. Facing the tremendous pressure in the sky, none of them dared to step forward and save him. While the entire place fell into silence, the body of the 9-colored heaven-swallowing python began to shrink. Finally, under countless stunned gazes, it transformed into a beautiful figure. After revealing herself, Cai Lin gently waved her hand. The 7-colored heaven-swallowing pythons instantly turned into 7-colored light and merged back into her body. They were actually the souls of 7-colored heaven-swallowing pythons. Only then did everyone realize in horror that those pythons were not simple energy constructs. They were true heaven-swallowing python souls. Thinking of this, even Yao Ming felt dizzy. The elders of the 9 serene deep-ground python tribe were even more shocked. How could so many rare 7-colored heaven-swallowing pythons suddenly appear? Cai Lin paid no attention to their shock. She merely turned her head slightly and looked toward the young man in black not far away. A faint smile slowly appeared on her charming face. Seeing this, Xiao Yan's heart trembled slightly. Then he shook his head and laughed softly. Your seclusion is finished? Cai Lin nodded. Her beautiful eyes swept over him, and she raised her brows slightly. Your strength has increased quite a bit again. Xiao Yan spread his hands helplessly. I can't compare with you. Judging from Cai Lin's appearance, this seclusion had clearly caused her strength to soar to an extremely powerful level. Is that so? Cai Lin walked to Xiao Yan's side and quickly extended a jade-like finger toward him. Xiao Yan clenched his hand, and pink flames immediately bloomed. Cai Lin's finger stopped outside the flame. She said with a trace of regret, I thought I would finally surpass you this time. She still remembered the feeling of once being far stronger than Xiao Yan. What frustrated her was that such a situation seemed unlikely to happen again. Xiao Yan also felt somewhat helpless. After this seclusion, Cai Lin seemed to have returned to being that untamable Queen Medusa. Cold, alluring, and now filled with even greater confidence. He then spoke gently. All right, stop messing around. What level has your strength reached now? Xiao Yan became serious. Cai Lin smiled and answered honestly, it should be around 4-star Dou Sheng. Xiao Yan raised his brows slightly and asked in a low voice, that earlier attack didn't look like something a 4-star Dou Sheng could perform. He was referring to the shrinking snake net Cai Lin had displayed earlier. Even a powerful expert like Huang Tian could only choose to avoid its edge. It seemed difficult to achieve with only the strength of a 4-star Dou Sheng. That was done using external power. Cai Lin did not hide anything from Xiao Yan. She stepped forward, moving a little closer to him. Then she raised her arm, revealing smooth, jade-like skin. Along her arm, snake patterns glowing with 7-colored light coiled upward. A trace of surprise flashed through Xiao Yan's eyes when he saw them. Cai Lin said softly, in the 9 serene yellow spring, there was a hidden nest belonging to the 7-colored heaven-swallowing python clan. I obtained the inheritance of my predecessors there. Although some of those predecessors have lost their physical bodies, their souls still remain. I awakened them, and they now reside within me. By borrowing their strength, I was able to contend with Huang Tian. If I had relied only on myself, I probably couldn't have done it. So that's how it is. Xiao Yan suddenly understood. Then he asked, there won't be any problems, right? These remnant souls of my predecessors are incomplete, but to a certain extent, they are under my control. Hearing Cai Lin's words, Xiao Yan finally felt a little more at ease. It's fine. In the future, when we have the chance, we can try to repair their souls.